Take it away.
Good evening, everybody, on this sunny Sunday scaffolding session. Okay, I racked my brains as to what we're going to learn about tonight. And I think we need to start to do a names list, or listen to how we're going to do a names list. When people look at a network marketing, one of their biggest questions is, do I know anybody? They believe if they know a lot of people, they can have lots of success. And if they don't know many people, then they don't have lots of success. And if they don't know a lot of people, then there's no chance. And it sounds logical, but it's not true. I'm working out of two books here with two different hands. Golly. So many years ago, author by the name of Harvey Mackay, author of Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive, he said he was one of the best network marketers that there was. And Eric Worre asked what happened. How did he become the best network marketer? And he said at the age of 18, his dad told him to take every person he met, get their contact information, and find a creative way to stay in touch. He's done that for over 60 years. And today, his list of friends totals more than 12,000 people that aren't just social media friends, like lots of my friends. They are real friends because he stayed in touch and he contacted them on a regular basis. So how do we master the skill? Let us break it up into 4 little sections. Number 1, make your list as comprehensive as possible. Include every person you can think of, every person. It doesn't matter if you think they are a prospect or not. Your database will be one of your most important assets that you've got. So it's just a database at this stage. It's not grilling them to prospect. Everyone goes on the list. If they're negative, put them on your list. If you hate them, put them on the list. If you love them, put them on your list. If they've said, I'll never be involved with network marketing, put them on the list. If they're 98 years old, put them on the list. If they're 18 years old, put them on the list. It is very important to do this because as you empty your mind on paper, it will make more room for new contacts to find room inside them. When you write down your nephew, you will begin to think about the circle of people around his name and his contacts. All of these connections will become apparent to you as you make your list more and more and more comprehensive. Think about everything, every organization you've ever been involved in, every group you've ever been part of, everything you've ever done. If you do this right, it will end up being hundreds and hundreds and maybe even thousands of people just writing their names. And I was always scared of that, but anyway, we're learning as we're going. You're not required to prospect everyone on your list. That's up to you. But it's extremely important to do the work necessary to truly capture your network on paper. The second step is, have you heard of the concept that we're all only 6 contacts away from any person in the world? Any person in the world. 6 degrees of separation. Step 2 is looking at your list and thinking about the people they know. The 2nd degree of separation. Chances are you'll know most of them as well. Think about members of your family. Who do they know? Add them to your list. Think about your friends. Who do they know? Add them to your list. Think about all the relationships in your life. Who do they know? And then add them to your list. Don't worry about what you're going to do with this list yet. We'll discuss that at another later stage. Step 3 is constantly expand your list. This is why I put on that flyer that the professionals call this the active candidate list. It never stops growing. The pros have a goal to add at least 2 people to their list every single day. They may not prospect them, but as Harvey Mackay's father said, they go on the list, and then you should find a creative way to stay in touch. If you think about this as a core skill, you'll realize it isn't very hard. You come into contact with people every single day. Just add them to your list. You meet people through online social media, add them to your list. You do business with new people, add them to your list. How hard would it be to raise your awareness and add 2 new people a day to your list? Think about it. If you did that for 6 days a week, that is over 600 new people a year. Do that for 5 years, and it's over 3,000 people. Do you see why professional people never worry about running out of people to talk to? I'm not saying you should assault these people with your pitch the moment you are introduced to them. Some people that do network marketing make that mistake, but just make friends with them. Just keep in contact with them. Let them learn to trust you. Let them get to know you, and you get to know them. Become a friend, a genuine friend. Step 4 is network on purpose. Professionals network on purpose. It's hard to meet new people if you're hiding from the world. Get out there, have some fun, join different organizations, have fun with a new hobby, volunteer for a cause that's important to you. Find places and organizations where you can meet new people. Not only will it be good for your business, but you'll also make great new friends, and you'll also get out of your home. That's why I joined the bowls club. I wasn't really interested in bowls. Now I'm having fun. And now I'm getting customers from the bowling club. And when I go and play league, I get customers from there because I've got my Near Life cap on, I've got my Near Life mask on, I have my Near Life towel. So people say, oh, Near Life, okay, let me hear more about it. Write their names down. And not on scraps of paper, Jenny Potter, on a special booklet that's got your names on so that you've got them together. And that way you'll be able to build your names list. And then you can get to know them better. I'm often having conversations and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I have all these conversations and I'm not really getting anywhere. But network marketing is not built overnight. We will get to know them better. And already I've got people that I've been chatting to for many years are now starting to listen when I say, the one lady said last week, she's got this terrible acid reflux and she has to go for an operation and so on. So I said, oh, I can relate because, and I told her my story, and now she's a customer. I'm getting people on social media that come to me and say, I see you talking about Super 10. I desperately need this stuff. How do I get it? So I'm starting to talk to them. People learn to trust you when you put yourself out there. Okay, I'm a lot on social media, but go to your church services, go to your church socials, go to your children's plays, go to your children's school activities, get to know people there. And that's how you're going to build up your network of people and build a name list. Okay, I've done that now in 11 minutes. Now we've got the whole night to talk. So over to the more professional people. What can you tell us about named lists?
Jenny, that was brilliant. Yeah, I think we tend to forget. And if I can just share a little bit of why I say I forget, I go to what we call Baby Bright Stars with Erin, with her twins. She obviously can't go on her own because she's got two of them. So I've been going all this last, 20 months now. So I've been going for the last, goodness only knows how long. And the mothers come and go. As the children get older, they leave or new people come in. And I've never actually put their name down because Erin said to me, Mom, don't talk near life to my ladies. But there's no reason why I can't put their names down. And when we are finished, because they can only go to 2 years, then I can talk to her ladies and I'll have a huge name list. So thanks, Jenny. Even us oldies need to learn a few tricks of the trade.
And you don't have to talk near life either.
No, and I don't, but I can just I've got their names and numbers because they're on our Baby Bright Star chat.
Mm-hmm.
I love going on all these chat groups, not because I want to hear the Skinner stories. I put the thing on mute. I don't want to listen to them, but I've got their names. The Stuck Social Group, the King Williamstown Social Group, the second-hand Stuck E-Cell, on all these big groups, and there's 50 people here and 100 people there. And as you say, they're on that group. Sometimes I haven't met 3/4 of them, but they're there. And every now and then I just drop a little blurb. And I've had 1 or 2 inquiries from those things. I don't talk near life. I say, you know, I drop one of those little advert thingies. And that's all. Don't do anything. Because it's a big social group and you don't want to be spamming them. So I do it once. And then somebody inquires and I go privately and I talk to them there. So, yes.
Even our neighborhood watch, there's so many people on neighborhood watch. So when they come on, you can get their name and number. You don't have to contact them immediately, but just go on private chat later. Mm-hmm. Very good idea.
And keep your ears open. They love complaining about whatever. Mm. And then you can get to them. Who else has got something to say? Jenny?
You're on mute.
Does anybody want to share about Louis Smith? Mandy, did you go?
Yes.
Yeah, Jenny H, you're on mute.
Right. Good evening, everybody. I'll talk about the products. We mustn't be ashamed to actually, as my daughter says, oh, Mom, the Neo Life Gospel. But you mustn't be ashamed of your Neo Life Gospel. You must actually speak about it, because during the uprising, the lady next door or downstairs came and she had lettuce and cabbage and a big pumpkin, which I shared with other neighbors because, you know, food was short. And then she peeped and she said, oh, my mother used to use golden products. And off she went. Now, I never followed up on that. She comes all excited on Saturday afternoon. She said, I listened to Barry Bland and I've signed up with Neolife. Oh. You really have to promote your business. Because I was thinking, oh, I'll build up this relationship stronger, but I should have, when the iron's hot, iron, get on with it. Don't just think, oh, well, we'll leave the washing till tomorrow. So there was a golden opportunity when the lady said, my mother used to use those products. And I thought, oh, well, I don't really know this lady. So my advice to you is go out with the Neo Life Gospel. Thank you.
Well done, Jean.
Then I had exactly the same episode. I gave a lady samples of aloe juice and of shake and all sorts of things because she was stressed out of her mind. She had to move. and then it was COVID, and she was moving to PE, and the place where she was staying was in lockdown, and how was she going to get out, etc., 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 etc. And I told all about the Neolaf business, and she was moving to PE. The other day I followed up because I gave her a chance to settle down. And the other day I followed up, she says, oh, I was thinking of you just the other day. I signed up at Neolaf and I'm sure you're going to be so happy. It wasn't me. She signed up under Melissa Butler.
Yeah.
I thought about you and I thought you'd be so happy to hear that. So I had to say, oh, that was so lovely. I'm so happy for you.
And you are delighted to hear it.
That's depressing.
I am. I'm very happy. Wrong applause.
Mandy, you were going
Opportunity
to
missed.
Mandy, you were going to tell us about Louis today.
Yes.
Oh, came home and my head's absolutely boggled with all the information we got today. It was extremely good. And he went on to show us his website, his Facebook pages, our hidden groups, and yes, a matter of keying in on those, and you can find all the information you ever need about anything you've ever heard about. It was really awesome.
Good. Good.
Auntie, you were there, Louis?
Yes, oh,
Tell him.
as Mandy said, it is amazing. I salute that guy. If you think he was in South Africa and he went overseas and they said, no, he's not allowed to do network marketing. And he said, Lord, I can't go back to South Africa. So God gave him the wisdom and he started his business on another way, but he's very successful. He and his wife had COVID. She was very sick with it. But he said his business is in 32 countries. And before COVID, he was in 26 countries. COVID and lockdown, it's grown up to 32. And yeah, he shared everything with us. It's amazing how he do this business with different ideas, and he's very open, as we all are. There's no secret. He shared everything with us. He said, if we want any info, we must just email him. He's very organized. As you all know, he's got dyslexic. So he's got a lot of people that is helping him, a secretary, Arlene, and his daughter, and he's got somebody doing the Facebook, somebody's doing the website. So we must think of this as our business grow. We're not able to do anything all by ourselves, like Nola and Rory. They've got the Indian secretary that is helping them. And yeah, it was just amazing. And we had a lovely lunch and questions, and yeah, the floor was open. No, it was amazing. Thank you.
Awesome.
Dominique was also there. Ask her to say what she had to say. She's on the Zoom.
Dominic.
And Norma and Jane.
I told them
Yes.
already, Jan.
Okay.
Oh, you've told them
Jen,
already. Sorry, I was late. She's signing somebody up.
Yeah, I told them.
Okay,
Yeah.
well done.
He's so excited.
So now please tell me, why must I go all the way to see Louis? Tell him to me.
All the way to Louis.
Yes. Why must I
But you-
why must I waste my time to go to Louis? What is so
No, it's
Louis-
never a waste of time if you go to any function and events. No,
Louis is a walking dictionary in nutrition. He is absolutely
it's amazing,
phenomenal.
one
You
of a
will-
kind.
You will never hear, I mean, we know that, but for somebody who doesn't know, you will never hear anybody who knows about nutrition like Louis does. He is fabulous. Really. Laverne was here as well today. It was quite nice to see Laverne. We haven't seen her for a while.
It's very
And face to face is awesome.
Sorry, what?
Pardon me.
Face to face meetings.
very
Yeah.
important to sell events. So
Yeah.
when an event is available and you can get there, make a plan.
Correct.
Yeah.
He said it's important to go wide and depth, as Charlie always teaches us. Yeah. Just amazing.
The best reason to go
And
and
he's
see him
now-
is because he's got the
Yes, very
experience.
soon.
Yeah, that's right.
And
We've
we
got
had
our very own Louis Smith. We have our very own Louis Smith.
We definitely do.
Absolutely. But it's very interesting, Sean, but it's very interesting if you listen to all different people, how they approach it. So you learn with every meeting.
Yeah, I know nothing compared to him.
No, you're doing well,
So
hey?
you're
Excellent.
absolutely excellent. Yeah, we had 15 pages to fill in.
Mhm. I'm looking for
15
those
pages.
answers, please.
Yes,
No,
well, I can-
we didn't have,
There
it's
you
not
go.
like a test. He gave us all the
I know.
info, like the
I know.
7 doctors.
That's why I'm
And
looking for
all
the
of that.
answers, so I can fill in my sheet. 'Cause I wasn't there.
Yeah, fill
Yes, we
fill
will,
it in
we'll actually,
and send it to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, we'll send the answers, Sean. Don't panic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Send the answers before Thursday, please.
Yeah.
yes, well,
Good luck.
He did
Jenny,
say that
that's
they were going
cheating.
to do this. They were going to do the same meeting on the 11th.
Yes, it will be a
in,
Zoom
Cape
the whole
Town.
day.
It's going to be Zoom the whole day.
Yeah.
Will this be readily
And-
available to everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, if you zoom in, yes. On the 11th.
What day is
Yeah.
the 11th?
So all the answers and everything he's done, he's going to do it in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the day of our ADT.
Really.
It's Saturday.
Went to the ADT.
But he was filming today. He was filming himself today, and he had a lot. He was doing a Zoom, so he had it on Zoom, and he had a lot of people watching. So he was talking to them on the Zoom and whatever, on and off, saying sometimes he had to remind them to, oh, for the next thing, let's do this. And so he was talking to the people there. It was quite cute, quite funny to see. So he'll do the same thing in Cape Town. So he'll do a Zoom, and we can all watch again on the Zoom.
Good.
On the
And
11th.
another thing that he mentioned, which was very interesting, we all know about this COVID vaccine thing. And he said, yes, he's got 4 machines that he do these tests. I said, but didn't you go for the COVID injection? He said, no, he don't believe in that. It's a lot of junk that they put in there. So I don't know how he does it. He said he's got 4 different machines that he do the test before they go on the flight. Because if you do it too long in advance before you go on the flight, they won't allow you. And then he also said he bought himself and his whole family a little nebulizer, which is about this big. It's a plastic one. No. I was thinking of the other things. Yeah. He put his dilution in here for the nebulizer, right? And the actual nebulizer is about the size of a Cokie, right? And he bought it on Amazon. I don't know, he couldn't remember the price that he paid. And he used it. It will help with your lungs to moisture your lungs, because with COVID, apparently, your lungs get dry or something like that. Yeah. So that's a good thing to invest in.
It's an amazing little thing, because now instead of having a big machine, a big nebulizer that we use here that you need to, for traveling for him, it's stunning. Maybe Laverne has one as well. But it's so nice for people to travel like this. It's stunning, because you never know if you need it somewhere and you're overseas or something. For him, it's brilliant. I mean, for anybody who travels, it's a good thing to have. You say Amazon, I didn't know where he got it from. It's an amazing
Amazon.
little tool. Yeah.
Is Linda Foster
and it-
still on here? Is Linda still on?
I'm here.
Yeah, because Linda, I think, Linda, you mentioned, and I've been doing it, especially when I have my bath, is you put very, very hot water, as hot as you can have it in your basin. Cover your head with a towel, and then you breathe in. Yeah, steaming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do that in the kitchen.
yeah.
Now I do
So,
it in the kitchen because I boil the water. I have a bowl there. When I got COVID, I had a bowl there, was there constantly. And then and it's nice with the steaming. It's quick and easy. Sorry, let me just put the video on. Where I'm walking around the house doing things, listening to you. Yeah, no, so you put I have a little bowl there and I put albus oil in there, and Louis does it with, you can do it with salt water, just a saline thing. And it takes a moment. The steaming is easy stuff because you boil water to make coffee, and just before you make coffee, you have 2 minutes of putting your head upside down. I put a towel on my head or the dishcloth or something from the kitchen on my head, and I breathe in. I do the steaming through my nose and through my throat, and through the nose and through the throat. It takes just 2 minutes, and then you think, okay, I've done a bit of steaming for now. Okay, throw that away, and keep the bowl for later. The bowl stays there all the time. Then you have your
What
coffee
is
and
the
you carry on.
purpose
You
of
come back
doing that?
Yeah, you come back a bit later and you're coming to get something else, or it's now lunchtime or something, and you go, oh, let's do a bit of steaming quickly while you're there. It takes 2 minutes. You boil the water, pour a little bit of water in there. You put a bit of salt water, or I always do it with albus oil. I've always done this for years. My GP used to always say to me, you don't have to worry if you have a cold or a flu. I don't ever want you to worry. Just do your steaming. And it worked. It helped me a lot with COVID. It's brilliant. And that little bowl is always there. You do it 2 minutes, chop, breathe a bit, and then move on, do something else. And it opens up all your airway, and it's brilliant. Yeah.
And see,
Easy stuff.
Jenny Potter.
and see the reason for the steaming is because the COVID, being a airborne virus, goes into your nasal passages, which is why they stick those sticks up there to check where the bacteria is formed at the back of the nose. And because it's such a weak virus, the steam supposedly kills off that virus.
Okay.
Hence the reason for the steaming. When I had it, I used tea tree oil, and because it's an antibacterial, and pine oil, which is also good for colds and flus.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But just plain
Tea tree oil and which other oil?
pine oil.
Pine oil. Okay.
But because tea tree is an antibacterial, so it destroys all of that. I've used tea tree oil for many, many years for colds, flus, upper respiratory tract, all that sort of thing. Congestion, it works brilliantly. But just
where do you get tea tree oil, Sean? Where do you get it from? Discount?
Anywhere.
Discount? Health shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clicks, health shops.
Okay. Okay.
They grow it up here at Oraby. We've actually got a tea tree plant in we've got a tea tree in our backyard.
Okay.
So there's a lot of it down here on the south coast because it's one of the main growing areas at the moment.
Oh, nice. Okay, I must try it one day with tea tree. I've always done it with albus oil. I get it at discount, but I never thought of tea tree oil. Okay,
Tea tree's got many uses.
Yeah, I know. That's why it'd be nice to try. Yeah, you get the creams and this and whatever. Yeah.
The solution he mixed up to put into the nebulizer was a cup of warm water with a teaspoon of salt, food grade, and hydrogen peroxide, 1 teaspoon. And you mix it up. If you find it is a little bit strong and it burns a bit, then you just dilute it with some water.
No, but the water mustn't boil.
No, warm water.
Warm water, yeah, that's right, Mandy. And there was quite a lot of people, hey? How many would you say? 30, 50?
No.
About 50.
It was, the table was about half of the hall.
Yeah.
And it was long tables from wall to wall.
You were spaced.
Beg your pardon?
There were 2 at a table. Yeah, 2 people at a table.
There was 4 rows, I think.
Yeah, more than that. 4 rows, that way, and then different rows in one behind the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were about 50 odd people there. If I'm calculating now the amount of rows and everything, yeah, around
Good.
that. Yeah,
Good turnout.
yeah. And it was nice in a way to have a bit of space, but the sad part of it, trying to do this with a bit of space because of COVID and all that kind of thing, I suppose. And I mean, there were not a lot of people coming in anyway. That's all there was, but that's all they were. But you know, you two at a table that you can always put more, and make it, you know, a bit more full, but there were no more people coming, so that was fun. Yeah. Yeah, but amazing, eh? But it's a lot to take in. Yeah, I'm
We've
trying
got
to
5 minutes left. For those that were with Louis, you've got lots of homework of reading and getting the answers and sharing. Come on, sharing is caring. And
You're going to be doing this at Acres. So you'll come back. All this will be at Acres. So you'll come back, and you're such a good teacher. So you'll teach us what you learned at Acres, more methodically and more structured.
That's why I want the answers before Thursday.
She'll do the next 4 Tuesday evenings.
when are you going to
That's
Acres?
okay. You know all the answers already.
When is Acres, Jenny?
Next weekend.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll
It's
try
not
and
only-
You must
It's not
enjoy
only
it.
going to be- It's not only going to be Louis Smith. We know things that you don't know, Jenny.
Woo! Are the Cunninghams going? I so want the Cunninghams to go.
This one is going to be special.
Uh-oh.
Higher grade.
Yeah, he
You-
said it's
you-
going to
you
be
would have
special.
said tonight.
The Acres is the place to be. I've been, I don't know how many times. You must go. It's so
Yes.
exciting.
It's different this time. Because this time there's
It's
exams.
fun.
This time there's exams.
So fun.
And Charlie said on Thursday Zoom. Charlie said on Thursday's Zoom, he said it's going to be different now. He said in the past, people that have been there didn't grow their business. So in future, they will keep an eye on the people who are there, and your business must grow.
Or you have to pay it
So
back.
Debbie, I'm very happy that I've made that decision. God gave me the wisdom. So no handouts, no freebie. You have to work what you want to earn.
That's it.
Absolutely. Now we've got it.
Well,
Okay, guys,
2022 is a year of growth.
Yes. So start building your structure. Start doing your names list. Start getting your network going, and start finding 2 names a day to put on your names list and network with them. You can only grow.
Thank
And
you,
that
Jenny.
just means building
Thank
a
you very
relationship.
much.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
you.
Bye-bye. God bless.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you on Tuesday.
See you Tuesday.
Bye.
See you Tuesday, everybody. See you Tuesday.
Okay.